Meant for an adult audience, LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is not Dr. Drew. It is Dr. Bruce Hensel, who's filling in for Dr. Drew. I believe the last night of Dr. Drew being wherever he has been.
He's in an ice skating competition in Boston.
Yeah,
his daughter, right?
It's been a whole goddamn week. Oh, I'm going to kill that guy. I'm having a nervous breakdown, by the way.
Nobody doing so.
He's getting paid the... Oh, don't worry, Bruce.
No.
Oh, don't worry.
First of all, you can say, gee, damn.
Yeah.
They don't bleep you?
What?
They don't bleep you for that?
Goddamn?
Yeah.
Unacceptable. Let me tell you how much I swear. I don't even know I said that.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Kathy Griffin, dear
old friend.
Dear friend,
Yeah.
Kathy Griffin, my oldest friend in show business. How do I know? Because I knew her before I was in show business.
Right.
So she has to be my oldest
When you
show
were a
business friend.
contractor / carpenter. Were you even licensed, Adam?
That's right. You were model / actress.
I was a runway model.
/ mattress.
Au pair.
And I was, she was a wet nurse model. I was a carpenter. We had a night of ecstasy.
In fact, your bedpost had so many notches, it was 4 piles of sawdust. People!
Oh,
That's right.
That is just some of the entertainment you can get at the Irvine Improv this weekend.
You go down there, you're going to hear the bedpost joke and maybe
it's my opener and my closer.
Maybe even the duvet cover and dust ruffle joke.
That chunk. Yeah, it's money in the bank.
Kathy, by the way, if you've not seen Kathy perform in person, and I've not seen Kathy perform in person, you are missing a performance.
And when have you seen me perform in person?
I've not seen that. I'm saying if you haven't,
then
you're
you
missing
are a bad
performance.
person.
I'm the guy, and I'm angry at myself. I've seen you on TV. Here's the thing, too.
Let me tell you something. If I'll call up 4 or 5 of my gays, and I tell them that you weren't nice to me tonight, and that is it. It is on.
Kathy has a gay army.
Right.
And by the way, anyone who knows the gays know that one gay is good for at least 20 straight guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all product and
why is
nails.
that?
Yeah.
They're like ninja throwing stars.
Stronger, more vehement.
Sharp teeth. Lots of,
more passion.
Yeah, more passion. Here's
passion.
Why is
focus
it,
and a goal.
Why is it an 80-pound bobcat could take down a 200-pound man?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Cares more
It's
about
the
it.
same thing. There's
Cares
more.
more about
It's the
it.
claws. It's the passion.
You don't want to go up
That's
against the gay
gays.
bobcats.
That's the case.
No, thank you.
And the Hep C threat. Let's be
The Hep
honest.
C threat.
Let's be
Adam,
honest. Let's be honest.
not.
Okay. The point is you do not want to get Kathy's
You don't want to get
gay
close.
commando force.
No.
Commando force.
They're like the gay
on you.
Mossad.
The Hep
That's
C,
right.
the people with hepatitis C, for some reason or other, are more passionate and a little crazier than a lot of other people.
Really?
I was
like
at
your Pam Anderson's?
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Does she have Hep C?
She has Hep something.
She has Hep something. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's
She's got C, I think.
You think she does?
Well, yeah. Look at the
The tape. Let's go to the tape.
No, I mean, but look at the population that has hepatitis C.
That's
These
my
are
point.
people that oftentimes have dabbled in drugs, have had unprotected sex. They play fast.
There
they
is a
play
history.
loose.
Yeah, you can get it
you
other
have
ways.
thrill seekers.
You can get it other ways, but
You can,
that's
but
true.
for the
It is
most
a
part,
high-risk
it's a
thing.
thrill-seeking group. So if you go to a Hep C
I
convention,
just love that Tommy Lee says that he didn't give it to Pam Anderson.
I think he said that. I think he said
Let me
that.
just
What,
say
do we
that
believe him?
I saw Tommy Lee about 2 months ago, and I got crabs by looking at him.
You did.
I looked at him, and I had crabs all over.
she got
was
retinal
itchy.
crabs.
Itchy.
Yes,
Yeah,
very
I get it.
itchy.
So did you, Dr. Bruce, by the way, from NBC News and what the hell the document? The Opposite of Sex.
The
Yeah?
opposite sex. The opposite of sex was a feature.
That was a movie.
Although I
Right,
know
yes.
that for you, a transgender person is probably the opposite of sex.
Yes, the opposite sex.
That's a good point.
Which, well, how'd it do? By the way, is it going to get the? Is it going to get the? What the hell was it
The
up
Emmy.
for?
The Emmy.
Emmy?
The Emmy. We hope. We'll see in a month or two. It did well. It's got good reviews. It's on Showtime. It's still showing on Showtime. We follow one man and one woman from the time they decide until the time they become the opposite sex.
Right.
Nobody's my hero except for Jesus.
Yeah, that's
A lot of
the
that.
subject
That
of the
that
movie.
sounded like Renee.
That is
Who we spoke
Renee.
to. That was Renee.
Boy, is Renee pissed off too.
Yeah, he
Renee
was
is
pissed.
just in the pile of sound effects now?
It's amazing.
Yes.
We did a show with him a couple of weeks ago,
That's right.
and
Him?
Renee felt very
Or him, or...
Him. Well, he was born biologically a female, but
Right.
I
Okay,
always
so
felt he was a
now...
man. Now a
okay,
man.
but is he going to be a man named Renee?
He is a man named Renee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does
He
he
was
know
a
that
man-
that his
was a
name
girl
is
named
normally identified with a woman, and maybe
Unless
he
you're
wants to go with
French.
Frank?
You can be French and
Okay.
be Renee, and then it's a
I
man.
would go with Frank or maybe Toby.
He may want to join your army.
Toby sounds gay.
Toby is gay. Here's the whole thing about the whole transgendered crowd.
They don't want to
Renee.
be gay. They don't want to be called
No,
gay.
it's sex and gender are different issues. for
That's
them.
right.
Here's the really, you don't know what to call them, and you eventually you're just scared to open your mouth because
Right. Mm-hmm.
they're so goddamn angry, which is the whole reason they're cutting their genitalia off in the first place.
gotta
That they
be
just
angry
run
to do
around,
that.
they just run around correcting people. So that eventually you just want to throw them out of the studio because
you
it's
did.
like, which I did,
Yes,
which
you did.
you can't talk to
What?
them.
You threw a
he was-
transgendered person
waited
mid-gender
a
out.
minute.
He was here for an hour. That's
Adam,
long enough.
You have no... Let me tell you something. You
Yes.
would never cut it on Oprah for 5 seconds
Well, you know
because
what?
you don't know where your inner spirit is.
That's
you don't know
true.
how to find your inner spirit.
It's
if
in
your
my
inner
dream
spirit bit
catcher.
you in the ass, you wouldn't even know what to say.
Well,
to
it obviously
Yes, Bruce.
threatened him.
Yes,
It threatened him. It obviously brought out his own transgender tendencies.
Yeah.
So he wanted to get rid of it.
Yeah. Oh,
Although,
my
let me tell you
God.
something. He would not be a very attractive woman without a severe eyebrow wax.
Oh, my God.
Severe.
These two caterpillars on top of my eyes.
There you
What a
go.
disaster that would be. And the nasally drone and the Brillo head and the like ingrown hairs on the neck. Could you imagine?
All right, here's my question, Dr. Bruce.
Yeah.
So I've watched the, Normal on HBO
Right.
with the backwards R. I've watched the Oprah, Let's Talk to the Transgender
Right.
People. I've met transgenders. Okay, I don't mean to be rude, but why is it that so many of the guys who become women look like stocky, unattractive lesbians?
Right, that's true.
There's not a lot of them that are trying to look like Pam Anderson.
Most of
There's
them
a lot
are
of them that
over
have like
6
the
feet.
big Billie Jean King glasses and a mullet. If you're going to cut your
Yeah.
penis off,
They look
you
like
should
the,
be a hot blonde.
You're
Look like the
absolutely-
wife from King of the Hill.
Yeah.
In the United States, that's true. But if you go to Thailand or Brazil,
Oh, yeah.
you cannot even tell.
No.
They call them gatoys.
Believe
and
you me.
cannot tell.
Even parts
Adam,
of Tijuana. You can
I
get
thought
burned.
you were out of that life.
You can
baby.
get burned.
Burned badly.
Scary.
Badly, my friend. Badly.
There are people
Okay.
who. There have been many stories. I remember a story.
Many,
Paul
many.
Horning once told a story. Remember him,
Paul
the
Horning,
Golden
the,
Boy?
the,
Remember him?
the
It's been a few
football
years,
player?
yeah.
Sure.
Suppose you know what? I better not go
Oh,
here. I'm
no.
not experienced
Go
enough. Well,
What the
somebody's
Golden
gonna
Boy?
call
What
us.
happened? Golden Shower Boy? What happened?
Oh, I don't know if it was. I just heard that he had an experience and he was in the middle of it. At which point he said, "Right after this is over, we have to talk."
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You
So you're
you
saying
can
he's
get burned.
sensitive. He's not like a wham bam. He wants to talk later, go
No.
for coffee.
That's one view.
Bruce
view
is
of it.
saying, and I think we can all agree on this, that certain nationalities lend themselves to the transgendered process a little bit better than what we would think of the Caucasian.
Have you been to
personality.
tranny night at Tommy Tang's?
No.
Tranny
No.
night at Tommy Tang's is fierce. I
Really?
mean, those girls they turn it out. They
They
look
feel
good.
pretty strongly, but your
They look
Adam
good.
is right. In Asian countries,
Yeah.
the men look very feminine. They're not very hairy to
They're
begin
smooth.
with, and unless you look at the hands and the feet, you might not be able to tell. So you should always
Now-
look at the
Even
hands and
then,
the feet.
yeah.
Dr. Bruce, what are the chances, I want you to be honest about this, that Adam is on the down low?
You mean I was what?
From what I know, that he's already changed, or that
No,
he's
no,
thinking
on the
of
down
changing
low.
on the down low.
Yeah, you know that book, Brothers on the Down Low?
No, I don't know that
Okay,
book.
you know what? Somebody needs to watch Oprah.
Educate
I'm
us.
so straight, I don't even know what that is.
I can't
Okay.
watch Oprah. She's on at 4 o'clock on Channel
You watch
7.
it
I
again
don't
at
watch
1:05 a.m.
Well,
when
tonight.
it comes back on.
All right.
Okay,
We're
so
going to the-
anyway.
we're going to
but
the phones.
What about
What?
guys
What about
on,
what?
Okay, there's this whole Oprah about how basically all straight guys, it turns out, get BJs from guys all on the side.
On the side.
Like,
Oh, really?
like almost all of them.
Well,
Really?
Adam and I don't know any of those people.
Oh, come on. They said like 90%.
90%.
So now I'm pretty sure
That may be a
my
very
dad's,
select
my
audience.
dad's on the down low.
Yeah.
You've met my dad.
Yeah, I've met your dad.
Okay, and he's giving you that look.
I've been
He
down
knows
low
your dad.
with your dad.
Down low with your
I knew
Your
it.
dad always
There's
wants to
the
hang
answer.
out with me at
But
your
he's got
Christmas
the
party.
walker now. How does he still?
How do you think he got into the
You
walker?
sit-
I was too
Adam.
vigorous.
Sit
Too
during that
vigorous.
anyway. You don't have to stand up.
That's right. Yes. Yes.
Everybody's on the down low?
Yes, including your father.
God, where is it?
What about
end?
women? Why is that true just of men?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a whole book about it. And they
I
said
bet
it on
it's-
Oprah, so it's true.
If it's 90% men, I'll bet it's
Yeah.
96%
here's,
women.
Here's the whole thing about the homosexual
Do you think President Bush
society.
is on the down low?
No, he's
Dick
I hope
Cheney?
he's got something
No.
going on.
no. Now the point the small gay community in this country is trying to turn every straight guy gay. For some reason, it's going to make it all right or make
The
their
small
life better.
gay community? The small
The small gay
Not
community.
that they're small, but that there aren't many of
The
them.
percentage, yeah, from a percentage wise,
I think
is
it's a pretty big number.
What's the number? Is it 10 or 11? I keep
I
hearing
wouldn't
small-
be surprised
small
if it were
under-
20.
20.
No.
I mean, how many people do we not know?
Oh,
No. Well, look,
One in
let's put
five?
it this way. If it's 20, it's still small because 20%
We can't go by a dinner party at my
versus
house 'cause
80%.
that's about 80.
It's about 8.
No, it's smaller than 20%, Bruce. It's got to be.
Well, if it's 10% out in the open,
I
what
don't
does that
know.
make
I
it
don't
for
know
real?
that it's as high as 10% out in the
Well,
open.
who's doing
and,
these censuses?
and
I don't think
Gay guy.
there's a
good one?
a box to check
All right.
on the census.
certainly no box. That's one thing the gay guys can't stand.
Bum.
Melissa,
Yes.
you're 24.
Yes.
What's up?
I had
You're
a
gay.
breast reduction about 2 years ago.
You had a
And,
breast reduction. Yeah.
One of them is significantly smaller than the other one, and the nipple is about half an inch closer to the middle of my chest than the left one. And I mean, it kind of bothers me, but I've had a couple boyfriends, and they've never said anything. One of my friends actually noticed when I was swimming, like last week, in my underwear, and that kind of made me feel real self-conscious about it. I was just wondering if you knew if there was anything I could do, because I talked to the surgeon about it, and he said, well, just wait and see if they fill out and change, and they haven't. And
How long has it been since your surgery, Melissa?
2 years.
2 years. I don't
What
think
kind
you
of
have to wait
surgeon is
anymore.
this?
It-
Who's like,
sorry?
oh, yeah, it'll fill out.
Well, you know,
He wants
yeah,
you
it's
to
sort of
get-
like when
Yeah,
you're
that's
trying
what
a
I
pair
was
of
thinking.
shoes
He
and
just
they
kind
tell
of
you,
put me off, so I haven't been back to see him.
All right, listen, Melissa, when he did the reduction, was there asymmetry after he did the reduction?
Yes, but I went to see him about a month and a half after the surgery for my checkup. Like, there's a post-surgery consultation or whatever, and I mentioned both the size difference and the nipple position, and he was like, "Well, I did the same thing to both of them, so let's just see if it corrects itself." And
what-
I thought
what
that
about
was very
before the
All right,
surgery?
shut
Now,
up.
Dr. Bruce, don't you dare stick up for him, because
I'm
I
not
know
gonna
you
stick up.
doctors
I
are like
am not
cops.
gonna-
You all
I'm-
stick up for each
I
other.
am a journalist. I am not going to stick up for him. It sounds
Poor
like
girl.
he up. It sounds like he messed up. It's that simple.
Of course
Now,
he
obviously
did.
you can, but your question, Melissa, yes, you can get it fixed if it bothers you. You
But
can
shouldn't the
absolutely
doctor
get
fix
fixed.
it?
Shouldn't the doctor?
Come on,
or
it's time
would
to
the
threaten the
doctor?
lawsuit. Let's get the good attorney, write the scary
Do
letter,
you
get it
want the
done.
same doctor operating on you? My
No, not
suggestion
really.
is you go to somebody else.
All right.
If you're unhappy, there's no reason to stay that way.
Well, also, if you want to settle this in the court of law, you got to go to another doctor because
You need a
obviously you
second
need a
opinion.
second opinion
Right,
or a
right.
third party or whatever it is. So, Melissa, I put you on hold because you wouldn't shut up.
Adam,
Well, everybody.
that was harsh.
Well, everybody asks questions and then talks right over the answer.
Maybe
It
she has
drives me
something to
nuts.
share.
Like in
Shut
real life.
up. Feelings.
You're doing it right now, Missy.
You son of a... I don't know if I can say that.
You can. All right, here's the point, Melissa. Go talk to another plastic surgeon or two, maybe someone who specializes in breast reduction, and you'll know whether you have a case or an argument or not. Also, this asymmetry is one of these things that women get caught up into. Guys don't really notice per se.
A lot
so
of
it may
guys
not
don't.
be as big an issue
But if it's
as you
severe,
personally
is she
think.
saying it's a half an
And
inch
she's
here,
also
one is
saying that
severely
somebody else
smaller?
noticed. I
Yeah.
mean, if
Her
if-
friend noticed,
And
yes.
swimming in their underwear, which
Yes.
is a whole other
which is
call.
interesting anyway. The choice between swimming naked, swimming with a bathing suit, or swimming in your underwear.
Maybe she's poor.
Yeah, let's try to figure out what happened. Melissa, why swimming in your underpants?
I was drunk, but my
Okay.
underwear.
All right, that's good enough. That's good. But if you're drunk, you go nude. Wait a second.
No,
Why not
I'm
naked?
not quite that secure about. I mean, and that also.
Or that drunk.
Right.
I'm self-conscious about the way they look. I know that they're not straight and they're not. But
Were you with guys or just your friend?
No, I was with guys. I mean, he's a guy friend of mine.
You're a lesbian.
Oh, it was a guy friend that made that
Yeah,
remark.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
It doesn't sound like you should stand for this, Melissa. There's no reason why you can't get it fixed.
You just go get another consultation, all right?
Okay.
All right, baby doll. Good
I know,
time.
cha-ching is right.
Yeah. All right, it's big business. That's tough. That's tough when you think you're doing the skinny dipping, but you just get the bra and panties. You know
That's
what I mean?
what you're talking about? Not the
Your
fact that
friend.
this poor girl has to go back into surgery because some bastard botched it.
That means one of the dudes has got to go down and get some more wine coolers. That's what
right.
that means. That means we need more wine coolers. Because once in a while you get to compromise with the just the panties, no bra. But bra and panties is just as good as being a bathing suit. Psychologically, you get a little extra out of it for the ride home.
You know
but
what
in
I'm
reality,
interested in?
not much.
Wonder
Yeah.
if she was so self-conscious about the asymmetry that was one of the reasons she left
That is
her
why.
underwear on.
She
She's-
said so.
that's what
She said she's
yeah.
self-conscious.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jeremy, you're 16. What's up, buddy boy? Mm-hmm. All right. have the same problem.
Obviously, you have trouble talking about this.
All right, Jeremy. Hello.
Yeah,
What's your problem?
I have no feeling in my penis.
All right.
Whoa, out
That's
the
a
gate.
problem.
Wow. First we
What,
couldn't even find him. Now he has
Ever?
no feeling in his penis.
did you ever have any feeling in it?
Well, when I masturbate and whatnot, I've never orgasmed, but when my girlfriend touches me, and we've had anal and oral and all sorts of fun stuff, and I just can't feel it.
Well,
You get an erection?
Oh, yeah. No problem with the erection.
So you get the erection, but you don't have any sensation.
Yeah.
Have you ever had this checked out?
No. We had really good health insurance, but then we got shafted by my mom's boss, and
No
now
pun
they cover
intended.
everything over $6,000, and so...
Well, listen, if you don't get any sensation from anal sex, you may be calling from the grave, buddy. You may not be alive.
You know, honestly speaking, though, if you really don't have sensation, now obviously your nervous system is working normally because you're getting an erection, but if you really don't have any sensation, all kidding aside, you should get it checked out because there are a lot of conditions, diabetes among them, that can cause that. So I got to tell you, though, I'm having a little trouble believing that you have no sensation when you're enjoying it that much. I mean, have you ever noticed a difference? Did you have more sensation in the past?
No, this is the first girl I've really had sex with, and
Jeremy.
yeah, I look down there and I see me going in and out, and I'm like, hey, this is really great. So that keeps me up, but
It should be better. I agree. I had the same. I was sort of disappointed myself. It gets built up. It gets hyped up, and then you realize, sex is good, but it's not the real thing. You know what I'm saying, Kathy?
What? Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Are you saying it's just better to masturbate?
Yeah, probably better. Just
in the
to
meantime,
masturbate.
he's banging this poor girl up her butt, looking down at it and saying, "Oh, it's going in and out, but I can't even feel it." I'm sure she's loving it.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Well, what has she
I
said?
love
it's all
anal
the
sex,
mom's
and
boss's
I
fault.
actually masturbate that way as well.
All right, hold on. Jeremy.
yeah.
First off, this sounds somewhere between marginally bogus, or you just sound like an angry guy. What's up?
Well,
What
I'm
happened
just
to you?
sort of pissed off about the whole thing. Great girlfriend. She's beautiful. She's smart. Willing to do anything in bed. And I can't feel it at all.
I don't know. I'm not getting it. I'm not feeling it. I'm going bogus here, Jeremy. I'm just not feeling it, buddy.
You're not feeling it. What is this? The Essence Awards? What's going on with you?
I get a feeling, and I'm giving Jeremy. You have any aggressive piercings or anything like that?
Nope, no piercings, no tattoos, none of that wonderful stuff.
You in high school?
I graduated last year.
At 16?
You're 16.
I'm 19.
You're 19.
Okay, now it's coming together because 16 wasn't working for me at all. You're 19. Okay, the goddamn board says 16. There goes the GD again. All right, so you graduate. What are you doing besides anal sex?
I'm going to junior college. Yeah, go ahead and.
All right.
But they have a really good diesel technology program, and so.
Is that for the jeans?
No,
What?
I think we're talking about fuel sources
All right.
here.
Yeah.
I really like their pants.
What do you learn about diesel fuel, Jeremy?
Not diesel fuel, that's next term, but engine overhaul, miking stuff out to within like 10,000ths of an inch, all sorts of fun stuff like that.
Miking is measuring the stuff, like when you're rebuilding the bottom
I'm
end
just still
of an
picturing
engine.
him banging
in
his
and out.
girlfriend up the butt
All
and
right.
looking down and going, "Oh, I think I'm having sex, but I can't even tell."
Listen,
so-
bogus or not, I think if it is real, you got to get it checked out.
But how come he can feel when he masturbates?
Is that true? Can you always feel when you masturbate?
Jeremy, do you have good sensation when you masturbate?
Yeah, it feels
Well, there are two possibilities here. First of all, you're not, obviously, the inside of a woman might not be as tight as your hand will be. That would be one reason for the
Hell no.
sensation. But, another reason is there could be something psychological going on here. I mean, if you don't feel when you're with a girl, but you feel when you're with yourself, I mean, that's something else. I mean, what sort of a relationship do you have with this girl?
He's on the down low.
There you go.
We've been
You
going
think
out for
everybody's
years.
on the
I'm
down.
pretty sure everyone's on the down low.
Hey, Jeremy.
Yeah?
Here's the thing. Okay, I'm putting him on hold. I'm getting my spidey sense is tingling with Jeremy. The guys that get obsessed with their penis, there's usually 99% of them are something wrong with them. It's
Like
sort
what?
of like the people that are on disability who are under 50. It's like they tell you hear their story. Oh yeah, they hurt their back at work. You realize, okay, these guys are strung out on pain meds, or there's some psychological problem with them. This is the guys who focus too much on either wanting a penis enlargement or sensation or whatever. The plumbing is hooked up. The nerves are hooked up. You are disappointed by your sexual encounter with your first woman. Maybe it's the woman. Maybe you set the bar too high. Maybe it got built up. You're 19. Maybe you heard about it for a good 5 years, and then it turns out, it's a little disappointing. It's what happened to me the first time I went to Knott's Berry Farm. I looked around. I went,
It's no Legoland.
Yeah, it's no
There's
Legoland.
something fishy about the overall thing, though, because not only does he not have sensation, but for somebody who's just starting out, it sounds like he's got a pretty adventurous sex life. So
Yeah.
the whole thing, something's not jiving.
There's a little
Okay?
energy there.
Isn't
There's
it?
a little anger there, and there's something going on. So, and he's in junior college, which
Right.
to
we
me,
all know
that's
where that leads.
yeah,
Nowhere?
It
It's a
either
supporting role on Suddenly Susan.
Junior
That's where that
college
leads.
either leads nowhere or
That's
to
what
hell.
happened?
Those
Yeah.
are your choices. You went to JC?
Yeah, man.
Oh man,
JC to Suddenly Susan.
I'm sorry.
That's right.
I had no idea.
One semester.
One
Oh,
semester.
okay,
Which
but
one?
you got
Can
out.
Talk about where?
Yeah, where were you?
Triton Junior College in Illinois.
Triton
Junior College.
Triton.
Yeah,
What is the Latin derivation of Triton?
I went to
It
junior
sounds
college. I didn't know. I don't.
It sounds like a spear.
Triton is that Neptune's spear or
That's what I
something like
meant.
that? The tri-tip spear? Or?
There is no sentence that doesn't have some double meaning.
Oh, really?
Down low.
Interesting.
Down low. There you go.
All right. We will take a break. Dr. Bruce Hensel here tonight. Also, the great and dear friend Kathy Griffin here. Going to be at the Irvine Improv. That is Friday. Performing this weekend, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. Two
Just-
shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday.
Yes, and that is obviously in Irvine, 8:30 and 10:30 on Friday, and 7 and 9 on Saturday. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll play a little Germany or Florida. It's been a while, so we'll do that after this.
Hello, this is your radio. LoveLine will be right back.
As many.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Kathy Griffin here tonight. Dear friend Kathy Griffin. Going to be at the Irvine Improv Friday and Saturday this weekend. 2 shows both nights. Also filling in for Dr. Drew tonight, Dr. Bruce Hensel, a longtime NBC medical correspondent, now a filmmaker, and what else would you call yourself,
A
Bruce?
bon vivant.
Bon vivant. It depends on your point of view, either a Renaissance man or schizoid. But actually, I'm an emergency physician, too. I run 2 ERs. Century,
Where?
Yeah. Century City, which closed down and is reopening
Right.
in September, we hope. And San Dimas out by Raging Waters. There's myself and my partner. On those.
Let me ask you a personal question. I've had the hernia thing going for, showed up about 10 years ago. Everyone said, don't worry about it. About 4 or 5 months ago, I decided, it's getting close now. Drew got his done.
I got one, too.
Crying like a stuck pig, by the way,
All
for
guys
2
get
weeks.
hernias?
Almost every
Women
guy.
and
Do you
guys,
really
you
get
just
it
get
from
it.
lifting something heavy, or is that a myth?
No.
It's a myth?
You can do that, but a hernia is basically a weakness in a muscle that's there since childhood, and as you get older, sometimes it gets larger.
The Corollas have horrible genes. My dad. Ma, if you've seen my dad
What
in
else?
swim
What
trunks,
else
you'd
is
realize what a mess he is. Hey, my dad's like no calves, all forehead. He's about schnoz and
No butt.
forehead. He's about 5'4". He's a mess. A mess.
Sounds great.
Horrible stock do I come from. It's amazing. Like you know what I am. It's like 2 ugly dogs getting it on and having a puppy that's, I wouldn't call him cute, but at least he's got 4 legs. That's really my
You're
life.
functional.
I'm functional.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
actually,
functional.
Considering all that, I think you're
Oh,
doing
yeah,
that pretty
listen,
well.
if you saw my parents, you'd give me a trophy right now.
Celebrate.
They are a mess.
All right, let's talk hernia.
Okay, the point is So I go see Drew's guy about 4 months ago, and he gives me the, you don't have to do it this weekend, but sometime in the next 6 months, you ought to make an appointment. About 3 or 4 days ago, it starts bubbling up a little. And really what happens with the hernia is it sort of flares up a little. You literally sort of push it back down, and then it goes away. You feel like an old man because they say, like, you feel like an old Jew because they go, when you cough, put your hand down there. If someone says something funny, you go see Kathy Griffin at the Irvine Improv. You better put your hand down there.
You better wear a cup or something.
Your bowel will push through the line of your gut.
Right.
Of course it.
So, you put in your hand, whatever. Last 4 or 5 days, it's been percolating just a little bit, bubbling a little bit, pushing on, and now it's sort of a constant bulge and stuff. And I'm realizing, I think it's time to pull the trigger on this
I mean,
thing.
what's happening here is hernia in Latin means space, and what happens is you've got a weakness in the muscle, and the lining of your abdomen actually pokes through when it gets larger.
Right.
When it's just doing that, it's painful, it's unsightly, but it's not dangerous. The problem is if it pokes through and the muscle closes behind it, that's called strangulation, that can be deadly.
Right.
That's why if it's staying out more often now, what you can do if that happens, you can put ice on it, that will actually reduce it. But if it's staying out more often, you got to get it taken care of.
I think my nuts will fall off if I put too much ice down there. Although I got the high one. I got the one that's above.
Undescended.
It's a great look, though, by the way, when I show the fellas
So what
at
do
the
you do?
office.
Just walk around holding your...
You literally, every few minutes or so, push it sort of back in, and you want to take a look? You want to take a look?
Oh, come on.
Take a look. Yeah. Kathy, you can
I didn't
look.
sign on for this.
This is not gay.
Next thing you know, it's the ball check, and then you turn on the download again.
You see the bulge? You see, Kathy, you can see it there.
Oh, my God, Adam.
Yeah.
First of all, Adam, are those black boxers?
Yeah, they are.
That's not hair, right?
They are. And I'm sorry it's a little...
This is not easily reducible, which means that it's a little trapped. And if probably if you lie down and we pressed on it, it would be a little bit easier. But I think it's time for you to take care of this.
Adam,
do you have any soap and water?
You have a huge football sticking out of your pelvis.
No, you do need to get. Now listen, I had mine done a few years ago.
Thank you, by the way,
and you're welcome.
Yes,
but. Yeah. All kidding aside,
can they do something about his pelvis hair too? It's really excessive.
They will do something about that when they do that.
I mean, it's a little.
They'll get the lady back out. Believe you me.
Now you can get that done through a scope, which is less invasive. Yeah, they can do it through a scope.
Who do you got? Do you got a number? Do you got a guy?
Probably the best guy in the country is somebody named Ed Phillips. He's at Cedars. He's one of the guys who developed
the
laparoscope.
Oh.
He was involved in that too.
Really?
That's right.
He's like one of the biggest.
He doesn't spend that much time on it now, but he was one of the innovators. But for hernias, he's probably the number one guy in the world.
All right, so I'm going to need to.
What's his name? Ed
Phillips.
Okay.
Yeah. Ed, call me later. I'll bill you.
All right. We'll talk.
I have one more personal medical question.
Well, I'm dying over here. What's going on with you? Can you trump this?
How did Anna Nicole Smith lose all that weight?
My guess would be that there were some chemicals involved. I mean, that was a lot of weight to lose.
Because I have a bottle of Trim Spa. I'm willing to give it a shot.
She has been up and down a few times, even though she's been up most of the time. And I don't know her own personal history in terms of how she lost it, but I don't think I'd depend on chemicals because it always goes.
When is the pill coming out, doctor?
The pill that gets rid of it?
When is the pill coming out where you can eat what you want?
Where you can eat what you want.
The eat what you want pill.
And what? I mean, there is Olestra, which is the stuff
that work on me.
It doesn't work.
I heard these wonderful stories about women that have wow chips and then have the craps for a while. Not me.
Yeah.
Nothing moves me.
Yeah.
What about the Cortislim, this new one I'm hearing advertised everywhere?
That's the new
thing. You've heard that advertised.
Well, what does it work? Does it work?
I don't know.
Is that the one that's $150 a bottle?
They don't tell you what the price is, so I'm guessing it's a lot.
See, my problem with these chemicals is that what it does is either increase your metabolism or keep you from absorbing fat. Now, if you don't absorb fat, you're going to lose some vitamins
both of those things sound fantastic, and I don't care about vitamins.
You don't care about vitamins.
I want to be thin.
You are thin. What are you talking about?
I want to be thinner. I want a pill with a trace of heroin in it.
Trace of heroin.
Like whatever. No, you have to admit, though, that if you... It does?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, no. What do I have to take?
Along with the heroin?
Yeah.
Some speed, probably.
That makes me jittery.
Look, Kathy, you're funny and you're married. You can get as fat as you want.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Do you think Matt's on the down low?
Your man?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been with Matt as well.
What?
Yeah. I've been on the down low.
Hold on, I'm going to Krispy Kreme after this and screw both of you. Who cares? You and your
Krispy
crazy
Kreme?
lumpy stomach.
I've been with your father and your husband.
You're lucky they'll have you. You're deformed with your hairy lumps.
How do you think I got this way?
Oh, man.
Do you understand? I give too much sexually.
Now,
I
you've
weaken
had
my
some
muscles.
issues, though, haven't you, that you've talked about?
I did. I had a lipo mishap.
Yeah.
So I'm not a lipo
Yeah,
fan. I
I
got to tell you,
remember
not a
hearing
lipo
about
fan.
this.
Didn't work.
It didn't work.
Didn't work.
Do you want me to
but I have a
examine you?
theory. Yes, but I have a theory that if you marketed a pill and you said to women, by the way, it will make you terminally ill and you'll die in 10 years, but you'll be really thin and look like Jennifer Aniston, they would buy it.
Yeah, well,
There's nothing women won't do for that magic pill.
I think Jennifer has worked pretty hard to get her body. Jennifer was not always
Can't be
thin,
happy.
but she's
Can't be
never
happy.
been.
Yeah. Anyone who knew her in high school knew she was a train wreck. I wouldn't have after.
I know.
the
I like when they show
football.
those high school pictures of her like she was a big nerd.
Right.
She was
Yeah.
hot in high school. She's hot now.
Yeah, and by the way, everybody looked bad in 1986 if you're in 2004. If you go back to 1986 and all the hair and the fashion
Then
and
you
everything,
look great.
you looked great.
Yeah.
That's what
Unless-
everyone does that. They go, she looks better now than she did when she was 20. Well,
that
not
crazy
if you
hair.
were 20 when she was
Yeah,
20.
right.
Yeah.
That's called a lie.
Yes.
Have you ever looked at computer dating? The interesting thing about that is that people manage to take a picture at the one moment in time that they're good looking. You meet them
On
after
the
you've seen
computer.
the one moment in time in 1978 when they
Right.
were good looking and thin, and that's what goes on the computer.
Of
and you meet
course.
them, right?
Yeah, I always think, by the way, when a celebrity dies, just go ahead and show their best headshot.
Right.
You know,
You don't have to show the one of
Yeah,
them
when-
leaving the Starbucks with no makeup on.
Right.
I'm
Let's
just
get a
saying,
nice one.
When Hume Cronin dies, I don't need to see a picture of the 93-year-old
No,
Hume
not
Cronin.
the cocoon even.
Show
Wanna
the
see him
great,
the
show
best.
the great looking one from the
1945,
1943. Right?
Yeah.
Why not?
Like with Reagan, it should have been bedtime
For Bonzo.
That was
Yeah.
that was the moment in time he looked best.
Yes.
Pull the guy's best.
And Ron, too, by the way.
Kathy,
Yes.
God forbid anything goes
Anything.
wrong, pull your best headshot.
Boom.
Put it on there.
That's right. Maybe a
let,
still from one of my old Seinfelds.
let the nation begin the morning.
Right.
And let the gay army, who is going to be screaming, take me and throwing themselves
I know.
toward
They're going to be like
toward
old
the
fat
grave.
Italian women
Toward
throwing
the
themselves
grave.
right in the.
All right, let's play. Let's play Germany or Florida. This game is sweeping the nation. Dean?
Germany or Florida.
That's our one of our theme songs. Go ahead, Dean. And here's how the game works. All bizarre stories, the occult, the macabre, all from either Germany or Florida. You tell us the story, we tell you. Is it Germany or Florida? Go ahead, Dean.
All right.
Hi, Dean.
Student. Hey, what's up, Kathy? All right.
Hey.
A student was mouthing off in class, in art class, and the art teacher said, "If you keep talking, I'll put you in the kiln." And the kid was a Jew. The family sued, and the teacher was eventually fired.
Wow. Well, since there's
That's
no
Miami,
Jews in
no
Florida who are under 85, and Germany has a rich history with killing Jews, I'm going to say Germany, but this could be a twister one. You
I
see
know.
what I'm saying? Seems so obvious.
Sounds
to be
like Germany.
Sounds like Germany. What do you think,
Also,
Bruce?
I don't know if you'd even be arrested for it in Florida, frankly. So
No.
it is
Like
illegal
Hansel
in
and
Germany
Gretel.
to do that.
Yeah.
But
they're
you know,
sensitive.
Florida. It's
going
possible.
Florida?
I mean, it's hot in Florida.
What do you
And there
think?
are a lot of Jewish people.
Bruce,
I'll
I'm
go
gonna
for
have to ask you
Miami.
to
I'm
decide.
going Florida.
All right, I'm going to go for Germany, even though I know it's obvious.
I'm going Florida just on the twist. I
Okay.
think you're trying to fool us.
Okay.
Dean, Germany or Florida?
Adam, you rock. This is Florida.
Yeah.
Darn it. This is on the download
Strike
tonight.
one up for the
There you
boys.
go.
All right, Dean. We're not going to send you out a windbreaker.
Good
Well,
time.
if you-
Thanks, Adam.
All right.
Does
Thanks,
he want to
buddy.
come to see me at the Irvine Improv?
Yeah, please.
He's calling from Maryland,
Oh.
Oh, he can still come.
and he's 15. I don't know.
that's-
You know how
I'm
many
not- I'm not
times-
for him.
You know how many times you have to top off your moped to get it from Maryland to Irvine?
I know, I understand.
All right. Let's see. Let's talk to Crystal, who's 20. Crystal,
Yeah,
you just had a baby?
yeah, on last Thursday.
C-section.
All right.
yes?
Thursday?
Yeah,
Wow, congratulations.
thank you.
How you feeling?
Pretty good considering I was cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you had a C-section. Mm-hmm. And that used to be they would do a lot of it, I guess, for insurance purposes, but then they seem to have cut back on it a little. But I would think a 20-year-old woman wouldn't need one?
Well, there are issues. I mean, there are reasons. You're right about that. In the old days, a lot of doctors were doing C-sections. There were some issues about whether or not they were doing it because they got more money. Downside of the upside of a C-section is the woman thinks it's easier for her. Downside is there's more danger because you have anesthesia.
Right.
Obviously. Why'd they tell you that you needed it?
They thought he was going to be a 10-pound baby, and he was getting really big. And he turned out to be 9 pounds 6 ounces.
Well, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
But, you can still deliver a 9 pound 6 ouncer if he's facing the right way, depending upon your
Who
pelvis.
the hell wants to?
That's a good point.
Good God, put me under.
Yeah.
I'll call you tomorrow.
But there is that danger to it. It sounds easier, but
Well, how long are you under?
I'm sorry?
Half an hour, 45 minutes.
Oh, that's
depends,
nothing. I've been under 8 hours.
Yeah.
Really?
But
it was bad, too.
anesthesia
You
is
shouldn't
for
be
the
under that.
lipo?
Yeah, for the whole shebang. That was one of the problems.
Wow.
I don't get it.
I had lipo. I also had... Oh, no, I only had lipo that time. I had lipo in 4 different areas. No, that's not true. I'm exaggerating. I was under for 4 hours. But 4 hours is a long time to be under a general.
100% less than 8 hours.
It's possible to do lipo without general anesthesia.
I know
It's
that's
called
a new
the
thing now.
tumescent technique.
All right, people.
But I don't recommend lipo at
Less
all.
medical.
Focus on Crystal over here. She just had a baby.
Has not had any sleep, probably?
No, yeah, I have.
Oh.
All right. So you had a C-section. You gave birth to essentially a manatee at 10 pounds. I mean, that's a lot of kid.
Yeah, he is.
It's a boy. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, because you don't need the behemoth broad running around. And now the question is,
Get a sex change
what?
operation, probably.
The question is, why can't I have sex? Like, what's the real reason? Like, because I don't see anything,
It's been 4-5 days.
You're
right?
saying your doctors are telling you not to have sex?
Yeah, for 6 weeks, and that's really hard.
For 6 weeks?
Yeah.
It sounds a little excessive to me. Even though...
Hold on. Is it the boyfriend wants to have sex right away?
No, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Is he willing?
I am.
No, you are.
Is he willing?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, even though you didn't deliver the vaginal way,
Right.
Is that a word I can use?
Sure.
Even though you didn't deliver that way, you still had a lot of trauma to that area because your body is naturally expanding as you get near the birth process, and it can be really irritating. But it's a little surprising to hear 6 weeks.
Well, don't a lot of doctors just sort of say, oh, well, stay off of it, or that's enough of that. It's the doctor's whole thing is they figure out however you got your injury, which is snowboarding, basketball, whatever, and they go,
But it was
well,
5
there'll be
days
no more
ago.
of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
She can't do a
surprised to hear
little
1 or 2
ease into it with a little manual.
Yeah.
She has to have something sticking in there right away.
I'll tell you
Give it a rest.
Here's the reality. This guy's your
That's the doctor
boyfriend.
speaking, right?
Yeah.
What's he do for a living?
We work at UPS.
You work at UPS. You
Yeah.
both work at UPS.
Yeah.
All right. And what's he do over there? Does he drive the truck?
No, not yet, but he will.
That's a decent gig.
Yeah.
And by the way, when I see the guy in the UPS truck, I realize this is capitalism at work. These guys are getting paid by the delivery. You see these guys running out of their truck. Take a look at the folks over at the DMV. You don't see no hustle anywhere. Go look at the post office folks versus the people that are getting paid per parcel.
That's right.
These guys fly. I mean, you see them going down alleys in reverse at like 45 miles an hour, pulling the e-brake, spinning a 30-ton van around, and then flying out and running. I mean, these guys wear shorts because they have to sprint. They're leaping picket fences, diving for porches. They're on their hustle because they're motivated.
You got to give the executives credit for thinking of that.
No, this is. I swear to Christ, every time I think about like the Soviet Union and stuff, it's like, why is the market open from noon until 1:30? Why is the guy behind the counter drunk? Why is he flip you the bird?
He's not getting paid.
He doesn't get paid any more for being good than he does for being drunk, so you get the drunk guy behind the counter.
Right.
And UPS is to me, it's a great little advertisement for the American way.
So he's not going to, obviously, if he's getting paid by the parcel, he's not going to want to have sex at work.
Right.
Because that would take away. But, it sounds to me like 6 weeks is really excessive. I think this is a good time for a second opinion. Now, I don't know if there's another reason your doctor doesn't want you to have sex, and I don't mean his or her reason, but just whether there's something else going on medically.
Yeah.
But I think you need to just ask straight out. Listen, I want to have sex now. Why can't I have sex? Why wouldn't it be good?
And why aren't you kids getting married?
We just don't have enough money right now.
All right, we both work. And let me just say this. Perhaps there's a supervisor or someone you can speak to over there. The UPS motto, what can Brown do for you? Not needs a little more thought.
It reminds
Needs
me of poo.
Yeah,
It reminds me of poo.
It makes me think of poo.
It makes you think.
But, Crystal, how about using some birth control this time?
Yeah.
Let's not have back-to-back.
Yeah, if you can't afford to be married now, you don't want a second kid.
That's
I
right.
know that. We know that.
That's right.
Okay.
All right. I'm just saying.
You sound very sweet.
If I'm sitting at the table and we're pitching ideas and someone raises their hand and says, I got it, Bert. What can Brown do for you? Phil, you're fired. Hold on. Give me a warm-up on this coffee, and don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Obviously, that
you're
guy
out
was
of here.
brown-nosing.
Yeah, what can
He must have
Brown?
delivered a lot of parcels that day. A lot of parcels.
Yeah, all right. That's what we're going with. What can Brown do for you? Kathy Griffin here tonight, dear friend, who's going to be at the Irvine Improv Friday and Saturday. Two fabulous shows both nights. Go down there and get involved with her gay army.
Yeah.
There are token straight guys in the gay army.
We do
too.
allow straight people in.
Yeah.
But we hope they have an open mind and they don't mind bad
That's
words
right.
and cussing.
Everything's got to be open, and you can't be scared to be fabulous.
No.
Dr. Bruce Hensel here tonight, journalist, emergency medical physician, and a correspondent, and a Renaissance man. We will take ourselves a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back.
Drew, guess how many Terrific Scents Axe deodorant body spray comes in?
I bet 6.
No, it's more.
8.
No, more.
9.
No, 7.
Oh,
I think I screwed that up.
let's go.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That is Dr. Bruce Hensel filling in for Dr. Drew. I believe Dr. Drew is back in studio tomorrow night. We shall see about that. But
where's Dr. Drew?
he's in Beantown enjoying himself and getting paid the same amount that I've been getting paid.
Okay,
the
you know
entire
what, Adam?
time he's
This is
been
not the
gone.
time or
Okay.
place.
I'm sorry.
That's more than we're getting paid.
He
tonight.
will. That is true. All right, now I feel better. But I'll tell you who's going to make it back. Kathy Griffin. When you guys go out to the Irvine Improv this Friday and Saturday, 2 shows.
Right.
2 big shows, Friday and Saturday.
Or you can check out what I'm up to over at kathygriffin.net.
That's right. kathygriffin.net. Find out.
There's a couple good
all
celebrity
about it.
pictures on there.
Oh, really?
There's a good one of me and Kelly and Clay.
Oh.
Which I know makes you green with envy.
I'll tell you, Clay Aiken was on Kimmel last night.
I saw that bit. They showed it on Access Hollywood. It was hilarious.
Yeah, they did it. They did a really funny bit,
Yeah.
pre-taped bit, and he was a good sport about it and everything. But the thing about it is it's just there's some hype that's just hype, but you don't actually know if people really if it's just hype or does he? You know, Clay Aiken has female fans that are in their 50s, and there's got to be millions of them.
Yeah,
I mean they're lining
Claymates.
up.
They're called Claymates.
They
have the T-shirts.
monopolize the whole audience.
Right,
of
they
the
have red
Kimmel
T-shirts
show.
with his picture.
Right.
It's very culty.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
I
know.
I don't know. I'm like too old, too far removed. I didn't know what it was, but Clay Aiken has fans, and
it's a very
tons of them.
specific, bizarre fan base that, let me
Yes.
just say, without saying the obvious, it is not the fan base I would think he would have.
No, it is
It is not the fan base that, let's say, I have.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
So what do you think it is? What is it about him?
I think there's, you know what? I think he's super Christian-y and he's really sweet. And he's really squeaky clean.
Yeah.
And I think he's like some way for these women to grasp onto, like, I don't think it's sexual, obviously. I think it's almost like this is who I wish my daughter would end up with.
It
or
is
something.
a post-menopausal
But they do not think he's gay
of
at
woman.
all. They're not even considering
Is it
the
like
possibility.
motherly?
No.
You think it's motherly, or is
No,
it?
they have a little crush on
They
him.
thought Liberace was straight too. The
Right.
same people,
Wait a minute.
by the way.
These people, somebody
Same
thought that
people.
Liberace was
Same
straight.
people in the 50s.
You know what? It's the Manilow crowd.
Anybody who
It is.
thought
It's the
that
Barry Manilow
Liberace
crowd.
was straight
Yes. It
has
is
some sort of problem.
No, it is. There's a
I like
set.
Barry Manilow.
There's two types.
But not as much as middle-aged women in the 70s.
Women basically can be broken into two halves. They're the ones that like sort of the dangerous guys,
like you and me.
Yeah, we
Donald?
like. Yeah, we're guys like rebels like ourselves.
Bad boys.
Alpha
Bad boys.
males.
Alpha
Lone
males.
wolves.
Yeah.
Lone wolves.
Right. Troubled.
You know what we do? We play by our own rules. I play by my own rules
You
so
walk
much.
around with a hernia, doesn't bother you a bit.
And my gut is spilling out of my groin. Does it bother me? No.
Bothers everybody else, but it
Doesn't bother me. And let me tell you I take playing by my own rules so I take it such to heart that you try to play checkers with me, I'll grab my own piece and just hop over all your stuff
That's
and
too
knock
much
the
of
board
your
out.
own rules.
All by my own rules. Stratego, checkers.
You play
doesn't
solitaire,
matter.
you're all in.
We play Scrabble.
Solitaire.
One of my winning words would be like, "Hello."
Right.
And he'd be like, that's not where I go. I play
the
by my
people
own
buy
rules.
it.
I
Right.
play by my own rules. Well, that's me and Bruce. The other, so we're dangerous guys. The
Very
other
dangerous. I'm very
type, other
threatened.
women like this sort of non-threatening
Sweet,
guys. Sort of
harmless.
sweet guys they could cuddle up by the fireplace
Right,
with.
not going to hurt anybody. The Osmond brothers, that
That's
sort of thing.
right.
Although
And-
the other thing is, I think part of Clay's appeal is like when I was growing up, we had the Partridge Family and the Osmond brothers and stuff like that, and
Yes.
there really aren't pop idols like that anymore. There's
Yes.
not. Unless you're going to go like hardcore Christian radio, there's
Right.
not really the like Donny Osmond, Keith Partridge, David Cassidy.
Think how wrong we were, though, when you look at Keith
know.
and Donnie
Right.
and Michael,
Eat Your Hollywood Story.
who was a very sweet member of the
Michael.
Jackson 5 at a very young age.
Yes,
Well,
very innocent.
The and let's face it, the guy obviously has talent. He's got the pipes to back up whatever's his
Clay or
fan base
Michael?
demands. Clay.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he can actually sing.
Yes,
like
he
with
can.
some of these guys, them being sort of paper tigers, and
Yeah.
not much behind them once they perform live. So anyway. Geez, I'm starting to fall in love with the guy.
He's pretty dreamy. He really is.
Dreamy. He is dreamy. He's rosy, great skin. All right. We, believe it or not, have to take another quick break. Well, we ended up running late. We pushed up to the top of the hour. Don't worry.
All right.
Dr. Bruce Hensel, man's man, here tonight.
All right.
Oh, yeah. He'll patch
Bad
you
boy,
up.
danger.
He'll patch you up and then bust you down again.
That's
and
right.
then patch you up
Right.
again. Dear friend Kathy Griffin here. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
All right, guys, here's the deal. You're looking to hook up, sick of wasting time with the wrong person?
One call's all you need to make.
Call the Dateline. 877-889-DATE.
Call the Dateline. Oh yeah, everybody now.
LoveLine will be right back.
Hey, everybody. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew should be in here tomorrow night after his long layoff.
Are you going to make Drew also feel your lump?
Yeah.
In fact, lump is not even enough of a word. It's a cantaloupe. It's a cantaloupe.
I got something coming out of me.
Right.
And
Actually, it's like a mango. It's not the
Doc-
shape of a cantaloupe.
Dr. Bruce Hensel here tonight, filling in for Drew and doing a wonderful job,
Thank you.
I might add.
Thank you.
Kathy Griffin, dear friend, in here filling in for herself. She's going to be at the Irvine Improv Friday and Saturday. Two shows, two big shows. Or a little earlier in the evening, I let Dr. Bruce examine my hernia. And
Well, I want a pap smear.
not a great
This
thing.
is BS.
I'll do it. Get me a ballpoint pen and a cup
Ow!
of black coffee.
What?
I'm going in.
Cup of black coffee. I guess he's going to be in there.
That's for me.
All right, get him a Danish, too. Let's go.
It's going to be a long night. Chris, I need a CD jacket. Doesn't matter which band, but something from the 80s. Ballpoint pen and some black coffee.
And a Palm Pilot.
So, can I do a documentary on this?
Palm Pilot, yes. And one of those foam mic covers. Stat! I
You gotta say stat at the end.
You got to start yelling stat more.
Right.
Stat, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. And what is stat short for, by the way, or is it like an acronym?
It's an acronym. It's
Yeah.
an acronym.
Right.
And it basically is a Latin term that just means emergency. It just means emergency. So
Oh,
just
really?
give it to me fast.
Uh-huh.
Give it to me fast.
All right. Well, it seems to work. And what about lactate ringers and D5W or something? They're always on emergency. They always wanted some lactate ringers. I'm always like,
You
what?
lactate
sound
ringer?
like you're lactated. Excuse me.
Well,
lactate ringers.
My breast got sensitive just saying the word lactate.
Lactated ringers, it's just a solution. It's like Gatorade for your veins. It's got a lot of minerals in it. You're getting all that from ER, right?
No, this is from emergency for like 25 years ago, 30 years ago.
Oh, yeah, from the original emergency
After about the 30th episode of him screaming for the lactate ringers, I thought, hey, a-hole, why don't you bring some from the truck next time you got to clean up the guy who got in the moped accident. You know you're going to be yelling for it in about 30 seconds. You just go ahead and take it off the truck with you.
Yeah.
Fluids.
All right.
Give me some fluids.
So my hernia. What do I need to do?
Again with the hernia.
Can I travel? Should I when do I need to? Do I need to get it done?
No, he shouldn't go anywhere. What if he's on an airplane and it bursts or something? It looks like it's going to burst.
It's not going to burst.
Something bad's going to happen. It's going to jump out of his pants.
Give me a timeline with this.
That may happen anyway.
You got a timeline?
If I were you, considering the fact that we can't push it down,
right?
I'd see somebody this week and I'd get it operated on.
This week, like this week?
Is that bad for you, Adam?
I would see somebody this week and then make a determination. The point is that it's not going to happen in 1 second. If it gets worse and it won't go down, but if it does get strangulated, if it gets trapped there,
dead,
then you turn into you take a very simple elective surgery and turn it into a life-threatening emergency surgery.
Right.
And you don't want that to happen.
I don't want to do that.
No,
okay. Let me write that down. Do not
have.
But I am kind of a lone wolf type.
Okay.
Do not have stat surgery.
Okay.
Can we please take a call and help someone else besides your lump?
I'm honestly wanting to know. Here's my point. They want me to go play in this baseball all-star celebrity softball game in Houston.
First of all, who else is in it?
Next weekend. Kimmel and company. I played in it last year.
Give me some names. Because that's very D-listy. You're going to Houston for a baseball game.
No, I'm the only D-list
in Houston right now.
I'm seeing like him and Bonaducci and Ryan Seacrest.
Oh, no, they don't get Bonaducci. No, his people won't let him do that. No, here's the thing. I did it last year. Every year, Major League Baseball has their All-Star game, and that weekend they have a celebrity / ex-baseball great softball game. The Saturday before the All-Star game. That is not this weekend. It's the weekend after it. I'm not sure if I can go because of this thing now. I don't know if I'm going to get the surgery next week.
What if somebody hits you with a baseball
bat? It probably push it back in.
I think what I do is see somebody this week and then make a determination with them whether or not it's safe.
All right, I'm going to get you the number to your guy. Can you set me up? Can you grease those wheels?
I'll grease the wheels. We got more than one guy.
All right.
We'll see. You don't have to go to one person.
All right.
I'm going to make a commercial for a doctor here.
I'll get on that this week. All right, so now it's back to the phones. We go where we can, let's see, we got ecstasy user, can't orgasm, dangerous, guys on drugs, virgin, orgasms very easily.
Okay.
Veronica?
That's so typical if that's the call you took.
Thank you. Veronica?
He's an alpha male.
You're 17?
Yep.
That's right. I play by my own rules. Did you hear?
Yeah.
Yeah, like if I play Marco Polo, I keep my eyes open.
She's like, whatever, I'm a virgin who orgasms really easily.
Or
BFD.
Or I could be outside of the pool and you could yell fish out of water.
It actually sounds like a very good combination to me.
Of course it does.
Sorry, of course.
Veronica? Sorry, maybe she didn't like me playing by my own rules. Veronica?
She left us.
See what happens, Kathy? You scared her away.
I scared her away.
I'm sorry, Veronica.
At least you admit it. Veronica? It breaks my heart when
I'm sorry.
We get a handful of people with an intact time and calling the show a year, and when they hang up, it really breaks my heart.
That's one of the good ones.
Let's see. Let's speak to Jenna. Jenna?
Hi.
You're 16?
Yes, how are you?
Great. You want to see Kathy Griffin this weekend in Irvine?
I wish I could be in California, but unfortunately I have no money and I'm across the country.
What state you in?
Maryland.
Okay.
You sound tired or depressed.
Are you guys only on in Maryland? Is the show just hit the skids, or what's going on?
I just saw she was from Maryland and thought I'd screw with you.
I fell asleep.
You fell asleep.
Sorry, baby doll.
I'm sorry.
Must be all the personal talk about my gut. Go ahead.
It's fine. Also, just so you know, I'm still a virgin, so you can be happy about that.
Really?
There you go.
Nice.
Good touch, Adam.
Okay, here's the thing. When I was 14, right before I turned 15, I think, I don't have it written down, I started masturbating.
What is going on?
This is a very emotional moment for her. Did you lose her?
She was asleep? She's a virgin?
I'll explain.
Can you screen these calls?
hold on a second. I'll explain what goes on. Believe it or not, there is a phone problem, which I know this sounds like this sounds like the world's worst radio studio, but there's a phone problem that works that everybody can hear the caller except for the people in this room, and it gets cut off, and it happens intermittently. And so we are the only one who can't hear it. So we seem like idiots when we're saying what and repeat it and all that
the
stuff.
second or third time this has happened?
This has been going on since we've been in this studio for a year. And
so the listeners hear the caller, but we
That's
don't.
right. They just hear us sounding like idiots saying,
then what do you
what
do, guess?
What? I look, what do I care? This show's going to run itself in the ground in a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks, right after your operation.
Oh, when I'm gone, I take the show with me. Jenna?
Yeah, you can't hear me?
I die on the table, so does the show. Do you understand?
Uh-huh.
Now we can hear you.
All right, so restate your problem and be prepared for it to cut off again, and it'll be funny this time. Go ahead, Jenna.
Okay. Right before I turned 15, I started masturbating, and for a while, I think I was able to do it like I got a full, like a real orgasm. And then all of a sudden, and it's been this way till now, I always feel like it's like a peeing sensation, and it's really strong, and then I feel like totally sexless, and that's it. And I wondered what could be wrong.
Well, do you have the orgasm still?
No. It's
Do you
a
pee?
really high peeing point. No. There's
Okay, you just feel like you're going to pee, but you don't.
Yeah.
And that turns you off emotionally or physically something happens?
Kind of both.
Kind of both.
It's a distraction.
Well, I think afterwards, like, I kind of feel like I want to get it, but I can't think of anything sexually. And it's kind of like a little bit of a bruise, it feels like, for a little bit. Like, so I don't want to touch it.
Well, how long are you masturbating for?
2 minutes, 3 minutes.
All right. I thought you were going to say like
That's
an hour.
and a half. That'll hurt anybody. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever tried to drink some water and pee before you masturbated, and then you know you won't have to pee?
No, I peed before it, but
You peed before, so it's just what's probably happening is, obviously the organs are very close to one another, the clitoris and the urethra.
What was that first one?
Clitoris.
Clitoris. Am I right?
First time you heard it?
And
No,
the
I've
urethra.
heard. I know.
Just
I
like
think I had a dude. My first roommate.
Had one?
Also, I want to tell
Yeah,
Kathy
Donnie.
Griffin something when I'm done.
Say that again?
When I'm done, I want to tell Kathy Griffin something.
All right.
All right. There's something to look forward to.
Hopefully, it'll be heaping praise.
What's probably happening is that you're getting very sensitive down there. And actually, a lot of people right before and right after orgasming do get sensitive.
Hold on, what was that word?
It doesn't mean orgasm.
Sensitive.
Orgasm. Oh, sensitive orgasm. All right.
What you need to do, you need to, first of all, you need to put your mind to rest. This does not mean there's anything wrong with you.
Okay.
That sensation is not uncommon at all. And
What if
you
it's
have
a urinary tract infection?
Well, it wouldn't just be
not
coming on when.
pleasant.
No, absolutely not. But it wouldn't just be coming on when she's masturbating. If she has a urine, do you have any other symptoms?
No.
You're not going more often than usual. You're not burning when you're not masturbating.
This is, by the way, we hear this problem a lot, and I'm wondering what if you gave yourself the freedom to urinate emotionally if you had to? Throw your brother's comforter under you, or jump in the bathtub and run a little hot water, as Kathy's known to do.
I wondered if I could, do that without being on top of a toilet, and I realized I can't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, let me tell you something.
You can't make yourself not do it, and now I couldn't make myself.
The lion's share of places I've peed have not been there's not been a toilet within 100 yards. You can pee almost anywhere. You know what I mean? Just give yourself the freedom to do it. Go in draw yourself a nice warm bath and get in there and masturbate and give yourself the freedom. If something comes out, it comes out. So be it.
How to do the water thing?
There are.
I couldn't pee. I could not pee in a swimming pool if there was a gun to my head.
You're breaking my heart.
I've tried to pee in the ocean. I can't do it.
You can't pee.
I cannot pee in the ocean.
I've done 2 in the ocean. Are you kidding me?
Ew.
Yeah. Because you know why? Lone wolf.
Okay,
play by
your own rules.
My anus plays by its own rules.
Hopefully nobody was near.
Apparently the Pacific Ocean can't play by its own rules.
Well, let's face it. It all goes there anyway. I'm just cutting out the middleman.
The thing is that Adam is saying one thing that's important for you to hear, and that is give yourself the freedom. I think what's happening is you're getting to that point and your mind is taking over. If you don't worry about what's going to happen, you may be able to go through with it. You have to realize this is not unusual. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. Give yourself the freedom to either pee, and if it gets very sensitive, sometimes if it gets very sensitive, if you keep going, you actually get past that point, and it's even more enjoyable.
You got to break through. That's what I did with the booze, by the way. You know what I mean? I kept drinking and I pushed through.
Okay.
Does that help at all?
Jenna.
Yeah, I can try that.
Try that.
Yeah,
and then call us back.
Yeah, you sound a little...
Patrick Griffin something also?
No.
Oh, yeah, what is it?
No, I don't like your attitude.
You sounded like a really nice mom whenever you were on the show.
Like a mom?
Like a nice mom. Oh,
I love that. If only I liked children.
Yeah.
Which I don't.
Yeah.
But what I do love to do is I feel that many of the young women who call on this show are,
vulnerable.
like giving into they're vulnerable, and a lot of them seem to have the a-hole boyfriend, and they're being like talked into stuff, and Adam just wants all girls to get drunk and have sex, and
Lone wolf.
No.
Well, but Kathy, seriously,
I'm a champion of the young ladies.
Your parents are together.
Yes.
They've been together for
60 years.
What?
60.
How's it
Isn't that nuts?
21-year-old girl has.
Yeah, how does the math work?
60.
I know.
Parents have been
60 years. 60. Right.
Years.
But my mother, as you know, is a strong black woman. And I have a little strong black woman inside me. And I hear a lot of these 16, 17-year-old, 18-year-old young women calling in here, and a lot of them have just horror stories.
Yeah.
My dad molested me. What should I say to him at Christmas?
Right.
You don't go. You don't go to Christmas if dad's molesting you.
My
boyfriend, I'm a virgin, and my boyfriend wants to have anal, or else he won't take me to the prom. You don't go to the prom. Screw the boyfriend. There's a lot of calls like that.
The people who have healthy relationships aren't up at 12 o'clock listening to LoveLine.
It's a very valid point.
But, Jenna, do you have a boyfriend?
Oh, hold on a second. Jenna?
I did, but I broke up with him.
Okay. All right. You sound depressed, by the way.
No, I think it's like 2:30 in the morning. But I really thank you for taking my call, and I hope you don't feel sad yourself.
All right, baby.
Oh, that's nice.
All right.
Very sweet, Jenna.
Thank you, Jenna.
Is there something in your voice, Adam, that made her feel that you might be sad?
Jenna's,
I think Adam is a hurt little boy, and it's about time that you, Bruce, walked over there and held him.
Somebody helped.
Yeah, look,
you want me to go home?
I want you to hold him.
He's already cut my nuts. What do you want him to do?
You need to be nurtured, Adam.
Thank you.
Oh,
now get away
that
from me.
is so
Don't
tender.
listen to her.
Oh, God.
Look, here's the
I was
point.
thinking of crossing over.
Here's the point.
Adam welled up, and he won't admit it.
Jenna.
Something happened.
See how easy I am to control?
Jenna over here is there's something a little depressed about her. There's something going on.
She's sleepy.
Although it is 2:30 in the morning there, and we do get the other caller was all two virgins, very sleepy girls.
All
right.
Can't we talk to the ecstasy head?
All right, the clitoris is like melatonin or something. Or I mean the hymen. What's the clitoris used for again?
Masturbation.
Masturbation.
Actually,
too. Yes.
As we point out in the movies, we all start that way when we're inside of our... You don't want to hear this, do you?
No, I know.
We're all female. I'll make
we're all
quick.
chicks.
We're all female until testosterone shows up.
I know.
And then we change. Obviously, this is a very sensitive issue for Adam.
No, I know.
But some of us become alpha
there's
males.
These spurious arguments we have in society. It's like we always do this, but it really doesn't mean anything, I mean,
I was never a male, was I?
The guys, no. We're
Not
all
that I know
females.
about.
Oh, thank God.
No, we all started as females.
Oh,
Yeah.
Perfect.
And all I'm saying is the guys who get the gender reassignment usually have a screw loose, for lack of a better term, and they're a little bit nutty. And the argument that we all start as women is ridiculous. Obviously,
the point of the argument though is to show that the surgery is not as severe as you would think it was.
Right.
Most people think the surgery you got it's how is it possible?
Right.
It's possible.
Oh, yeah, but although as we spoke to Dr. Alter last night, we found out that going from male to female is a smoother transition from an operation standpoint.
Well, it's much easier.
How can you manufacture a penis?
That's the whole point.
Well, you talk to God about that.
Okay, my good friend Jesus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is difficult to manufacture
It's much more
good-looking
difficult.
penis.
I mean, Renee was very unsatisfied.
And you know
with his
that you
results,
probably want like a giant one. I'm sure no one's become a man to get a really small penis.
Yeah, actually, that was was the whole point of what we were talking to Renee about. Usually to get large ones, you need to take tissue from elsewhere. Doesn't feel normal. And if you build it from beneath, you have the normal sensation, but it's small.
Also, it's got to be rough, too, when like you're at work and some guy goes, hey, dude, what happened to your forearm? You get like a motorcycle accident? No, I used it to harvest my joint.
Spreading the wealth.
Yeah, and we got books in here from Dr. Alter that we popped just the other night. Chris, find that book.
I want to see some manufactured penises.
You think you do.
Okay. And I want to see a vagina, too.
I'm going to show you
I'd like to see one, too, and I want to talk to you about that, by the way.
That's why there's breaks.
Engineer Chris.
I like that it's earmarked.
Turn to the page.
All right, so what am I looking
where
at?
Find the penis.
First of all, this book looks from the 60s. Is it even up to date?
Find the penis that is growing on the forearm, and you tell me how badly you want to see a penis. Yes, Dr.
There's one that's growing on a forearm?
Here we go.
Dr. Bruce will find that picture. All right, we're going back to the phone.
This is not pleasant, folks. You want to stay on the radio. This is not a TV show.
How come that penis has netting?
All right.
That's netting to keep infection
Is it healing?
out. Yeah.
How come that one has a tube coming out of it?
That's the tube to urinate through.
That's urethra.
Thank you, urethra.
Does it always have that?
Thank you.
No, after surgery while you're healing.
I'm a little confused. What is that?
All right, let's
vagina or balls?
Those are scrotum.
That's a scrotum.
Is it old scrotum or the new scrotum?
Let's see what the picture says.
It's weird. It looks like a scrotum inside a vagina.
Reconstruction. Well, that's the vaginal
So do you keep
lips
your
are what's
scrotum?
turned in.
All right. This was a horrible idea.
The lips have to be done just right. Let me tell you something. When I got my brow lift, I needed symmetry. And if I ever get my vulva recreated, it has to be perfect.
That is a specialty now. You know, it's called vaginal rejuvenation.
Oh, no.
It's true.
Don't tell me I have to get my vagina rejuvenated.
Absolutely.
I didn't say you had to do that.
Yeah.
I just had my skin peel.
Listen.
It's a little more painful.
I just had my brows waxed. Now I got to rejuvenate my vagina? I'm going to be exhausted.
Say you had to do it.
I just want you to turn to the page where they're actually growing the penis on the forearm. Dr. Bruce
what they're probably doing there
can find that, and I'm going to avert my gaze because otherwise I may
You're not immune yet?
Oh, all right. Let's see. Let's talk to.
Well, they're stitching the penis
Mary,
on the forearm. It's not.
No. I don't think that's the picture I'm talking about.
No, I just will say these pictures are like mid-operation.
No,
I'm sure it heals beautifully.
Keep going there, Bruce.
It's
Mary,
very sexy.
Yeah.
What is happening, my girl? You're 18 years old.
Yeah. Well, I've been with my boyfriend for a good 5 months, and I'm not your typical free position type of girl, and he is just not going for anything creative at all.
So you want to do more. You want to experiment, and your boyfriend.
Wait,
is
what
more,
are the 3 positions?
Yeah.
I feel out of the loop. There's missionaries.
3 positions: me on top, him behind me, and him on top, and which he doesn't last for more than 5 seconds.
Oh wait, what is it? So it's somebody standing.
Yeah,
that's one. And then there's what else?
Me on top.
You on top. Okay.
And then there's him on top.
And that's the one where he goes too quickly. Okay, I understand.
All right, and he is more conservative than you are.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm a little bit way off more than conservative. He's not doing it for me. I don't know if I should tell him. I don't know.
All right. Let me.
Doesn't any guy want to hear that the girl wants to be more wild? I mean, what guys aren't going to like that?
Mary is probably scaring him. Mary, where's your dad?
At home.
At home.
Yeah.
And
my dad.
Everything good with him?
I don't know. We don't really talk. Things between me and my dad aren't really that great.
All right, but what about you? Is he an alcoholic? Do you ever get molested? Anything up with you we need to know?
Alcoholic.
He's what?
I said he beat me and he was an alcoholic.
Where's my bourbon?
All right. Hold on a second. I got to talk about Mary behind her back. Here's what goes on. The wild chicks, they're supposed to be just sort of fun-loving and
just hypersexual.
carefree.
I can't help it. I'm just sexual.
It turns out somebody did something weird to them, and they're acting out. Oftentimes, the guys, all they know is they're feeling weird energy. It's like the women are like, hey, baby, I'm sexy. Why aren't you into this? I'll be your acrobat. And the guy's like, I would be, except for I think you're kind of nutty and you're freaking me out with your weird energy.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like pure sexuality. It feels like a vestige of the past, some weird trauma.
Not to say it's her
is now
fault.
resurfacing. Not to say it's her fault, but but the guy is probably freaked out a little, and people do this even when they don't know what's going on, just instinctively.
Well, it's also that a lot of guys want to, a lot of guys, the whole Madonna complex, they want the girlfriend to be the perfect woman, the sweet woman, the vulnerable woman. If the woman's a little stronger, wants to be more sexual, it makes them intimidated. That's not a healthy reaction, but the point is that
that's like that night I was with Adam, and then next thing you know, I hear this soft sobbing.
He started crying.
And I turn over, and it's like a little sniffle, and it turned into heaves. Like he couldn't even breathe.
Yeah.
I rocked him till 5 in the morning.
It was huge.
Do you have any film?
That's why she needs the vaginal rejuvenation, by the way. I ruined it.
You're so large.
It's gone.
You thought it was a hernia, but it was something else.
I'll tell you, if an insurance adjuster would have taken a look at Kathy's vagina when I was done with it,
free rejuvenation.
He would have said total.
Right.
It's total.
It's a medical.
Comped.
At one point it was just psychological, but now it's a medical condition.
That's right. All right. Wait a minute. Let's get back to Mary. Enough about our past.
Okay.
Mary?
Yeah.
All right. So here's what I'm picking up on, and everyone listening to the show wants to know, she's horny. Would you leave her alone? But you sound angry. Okay? And you sound angry, and you probably sound a little angry at men, and you probably should be because your dad's an alcoholic who beat you. That's something that you need to focus on. The part about your boyfriend not putting out sexually is the least of your problems at this point. You have issues with men, and I suspect they're going to come up with every guy you're with every relationship you're with.
Because probably every guy will be either like the dad or maybe the polar opposite of the dad, but I think she will try to keep reliving that relationship and trying to get it right, but with the wrong guys.
I'm picking up on, listen, I've done this for 9 years. I just hear people's voice, and I feel whatever their energy for is cosmic and retarded as that sounds, it's coming from you in spades, Mary. So here's the thing: don't get pregnant. Number one. Number two, you're probably freaking the guy out by coming on a little bit strong. Why don't you back off a little, give him a glass, give him a beer, and see what he does. Number three, maybe this isn't the guy for you. And number four, you need some therapy if you had an alcoholic dad who beat you. All right? And by the way, you get some therapy and you look in your relationship with your dad, and magically some of these current problems with boys will melt away.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden maybe it's not so boring just having missionary. Like maybe the normal sort of the norm, I should say, isn't so boring.
That's right.
There's always the other side to it too. Just to be devil's advocate, it's possible that she's just an adventurous girl.
Yes.
Now,
whose dad is an alcoholic?
No. She needs help for that. There's no question about that. But have you talked to your boyfriend about this?
Hold on.
We don't want to go there.
Well, no, I don't care, except for we got to take we're running late for break. And
I don't want to go there because the chances of this girl being extra horny are very slim compared to the chance of this girl acting out some dynamic with her dad.
Thank you, Kathy. We rarely agree, but when we do, we know we're right.
They're ganging up on the doctor.
Dr. Bruce Hensel here. No, very, very qualified. I could use a warm-up on the coffee. Doc, Kathy, and I got some business talk.
There you go.
And
there's some diagnoses to do.
We'll be right back after this.
LoveLine will be right back, so get your problems ready.
Now you and a guest can enjoy 3 nights at Chicago's House of Blues, experiencing a series of amazing live concerts. And we'll get you there. Go to www.bluejamsessions.com.
Everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That is Dr. Bruce Hensel, who's in tonight, filling in for Dr. Drew. He's an emergency medicine physician. He's a medical correspondent for NBC for many, many years, a documentarian. He is everything and everyone. He really is. He's omnipresent.
My mother would be proud.
He really would. He's so much more doctor than Dr. Drew could even dream.
Adam, that's hurtful.
I don't care. No, I don't care anymore.
You're going below the hernia with that one.
He has more doctor in his the cuticle
pinky
of his pinky than Drew has his entire being.
That is the hurt talking.
Drew is not even here to defend.
I know.
You're goddamn right he's
We
not
love
here.
Dr.
He's
Drew.
getting paid the same thing I'm getting paid. He's not even here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Obviously an issue.
Kathy Griffin, who's possibly the one person who's even more bitter than I am, she is gonna be at the Irvine Improv this Friday, this Saturday. 2 fabulous shows.
Yes.
go down and see her and support our friends.
Keep an open mind. I'm not for everybody. It's not a Christian show. It's not a family show.
No, but if you like...
I work blue, and if I like a lot of name-calling, a lot of celebrity gossip, maybe a couple current events thrown in there.
Yeah. If you like Christian comedy, Kathy is not the gal for you.
But if you want to make fun of Gwyneth Paltrow's baby, come on down. Friday and Saturday, 2 shows.
That's right. Now, do you have you ever met Gwyneth Paltrow?
I have met her, and I did not have a pleasant experience with her.
Really?
What was it?
No.
Really?
I felt that she is very condescending. I don't like when she kind of has the eye-rolling, condescending
She's British,
sigh. Yeah, she's British now. She's very trendy. She's ruined that poor kid's life, sight unseen. You can't name a kid Apple.
Yeah.
That kid's going to be calling into this show as soon as she
The
can
apple
talk.
of her mother's eye.
Yeah.
His mother's eye.
Apple.
Here's the thing, though.
Apple's a nickname, right?
Maybe.
Maybe within the walls of the British home, we call the kid Apple. But no, Apple should not be the baptismal
What's the kid's
given.
last name?
Apple Martin.
It's going to be Apple Martini.
Real fast.
The kid's lucky.
Real fast.
A horse will eat it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I realize with all these celebrities and their kids and their crazy names, you think, okay, the kid's going to get his ass kicked. Well, he'd get his ass kicked if he went to Sun Valley High School out in the East Valley there. But these kids are going to be going to some, Beverly Hills prep.
Not
or
Peaches
some Malibu.
Geldof. Peaches Geldof isn't a multimillionaire in her own right.
Peaches
Bob Geldof's kid?
Peaches.
Oh, really?
She wrote a letter of warning to Gwyneth in one of the London papers saying how it had completely affected her entire life to be named Peaches.
And did Gwyneth respond?
No.
No, of course not.
What about Peaches and Herb, though? It didn't affect that Peaches,
That was
did it?
a nickname that they gave themselves as adults.
I see.
That's a
Okay.
choice.
It was their choice. All
Apple
right.
Martin, poor thing.
Okay.
Apple Martin.
All right.
You know she's not going to let that girl eat.
The point is,
She doesn't eat herself.
these kids will grow up in a very sheltered environment
Yes.
that will not let them be made fun of by the outside world, except for heroes like people like you, Kathy, who have the guts to stand up against
And
the
just talk
elite.
about it.
That's
Heroes.
right.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
right.
like
And
Richard Clark. I'm just
cash
talking
in
about
on
it.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Where the hell are we going? Bleeds excessively twice a month. Wants to know about the pill. Dangerous true guys on drugs. All right.
Let's hit the bleeder.
I've
had that problem ever since high school.
I'll tell you what.
And?
On the pill, off the pill. On the pill, anemic. Iron pills, slow FE.
Really?
Finally normal. I had my period twice a month for years.
The pill help?
I didn't like the pill.
You didn't like it, but
No.
did it help the bleeding?
No.
No.
And they said it would regulate my periods. They
Usually
promised
does,
me,
but
shallow
not
promise.
always.
Yeah.
Let's
can't predict.
Not a big pill fan.
I'll tell you what I'm going to
Like
do.
condoms.
I'm going to go by who's been on hold the longest. And Vince is coming in at 117 minutes.
Oh.
Vince?
Yeah.
He's still awake.
You're 19. What's up?
What's going on, guys?
You want to go out and see Kathy Griffin at the Irvine Improv this weekend?
Yeah, if I could make the half trip across the country, I would.
Adam, why do you keep doing this? Vince, what state do you live in?
Nobody's calling from California.
Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City. Okay. What's up, Vince? I just like inviting people from out of state. Go ahead, Vince.
It's kind of probably an easy question for you guys. It's real basic. Usually when I masturbate, I don't use any kind of lubrication or any lotion or anything.
Ouch.
And I've actually had a couple occasions where I've actually rubbed it raw.
Oh, ouch.
And, while it's going on, you really don't notice it, but afterwards you realize it. And I was wondering if there's any actual, harm I could be causing to it.
I mean, you can harm it by rubbing it raw and then getting it dirty and getting an infection. But the question is, if you're an adult and you understand the consequences of your action, why do you keep doing it? I understand when you do it, you may forget, but you know from the past that you cause yourself some pain. So why do you do it again? Do you like the pain, or why do you keep doing it without lubrication? It's easy enough to get some.
Yeah. What are you, an animal?
Maybe he's romantic. Maybe he gets so lost in the moment.
He's old-fashioned.
He loves.
Yeah.
He just can't even think straight anymore.
His stepmom started locking up the Lubriderm. That's what happened.
Oh, no.
Vince, why don't you spring for some lotion, for Christ's sake?
It might actually be, I live with
3 other guys in a pretty small apartment. So when I do it, it's kind of in a hurry.
It's on the fly.
It's in a hurry.
Yeah.
Where usually in the bathroom or?
Huh?
Where do you do it if you live with 3 guys?
Depends. Whenever I can squeeze one in, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Well, can't you do it in the bathroom so then it can be in the
Well, listen, if it happens that quickly, you can get these little packets of KY jelly, so you don't have to carry a whole tube around.
Just go down
But that's going to be so embarrassing if he's somewhere and then he goes to take his change out of his pocket and the small packets of KY come out.
You go down to the Arby's, you get some mayo. They come in the same small packets.
It's going to smell like a sandwich.
Mayo?
Yeah, mayonnaise works great.
Really?
I don't know. I know. I'm a dry man. Yeah, I'm smart. You know why I'm a dry man? I'll tell you why I'm a dry man. Because what do you do when you're camping?
You're a real
what do you,
man.
What do you do? What do you do if a plane goes down? You're stranded on an island. I have beat off camping before. Yeah.
Is that the idea of camping?
I'll tell you why. You got to beat off. Because sometimes you sleep over.
And you can't go 24 hours?
It's not just 24 hours sometimes. It's like 30 hours because you might leave at noon and come home at like 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's a long time.
Yeah, and when you convene with nature like I do, I've beat off camping. Sure. That's why.
Now, when you're planning the trip, do you kind of think when you're going to fit that in? Are you like, okay, I'm going to pack my toothpaste, my plastic bags?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm probably going to beat off that one time right after we put the tent up.
Yeah.
So it's part of your agenda.
Yeah. That's what I got.
And where do you do it when you're camping?
Pitch tent.
In the sleeping bag.
You do it in the forest normally.
Well, where are the other people on the trip? You're not going by yourself.
Well, they're doing whatever they got to do.
So wait a minute. You're camping with friends.
Yes.
And then you just go into the forest.
No.
Do you say I have to go gather some
moss
kindling or something?
The code word is we're making s'mores.
Well, you don't make s'mores in the middle of the forest?
They know what you mean when you say we're making
that's
s'mores.
disgusting.
They know.
So then you and you're making s'mores, and everybody there's like, okay.
Well, this poor guy, it's better than this poor guy, Vince, who's has to hide from his roommates.
Yeah, he's got to. Here's the thing.
Don't guys use spit or whatever?
No, I think spit dries out pretty fast.
He has to alter his technique or get some lube. Either way,
he's got to get
work
lube.
it out.
That's key.
You're worth it, Vince. You're rubbing
some
yourself
lube.
raw.
I mean, not so much that you're going to cause a problem, but it's painful.
Yeah. All right, let's go to 74 minutes on hold and speak to Adrian. Adrian?
Yeah.
You're 17?
Uh-huh.
What's up?
I've been going out with my boyfriend for about a year, and it's like an ongoing problem. Like, whoever I've had sex with, I never orgasm. I've orgasmed with one guy, and that was it.
You mean during intercourse or foreplay or anything?
Anything.
Anything. And how did you orgasm with the one guy?
I don't know. It just happened.
No, I mean, what were you doing? What were you doing?
Just having sex.
Oh, so you're having intercourse?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that by the way, pretty good for a 17-year-old. Most of the 17-year-olds call the show do not have an orgasm via intercourse.
Most women don't. We've talked about this.
According to my calculations, no
this sounds
women
like a
do.
Harry
No women. According to, and I've done a survey, and I've been out.
I never have. I'm very open about it.
Yeah.
Never
Never
once.
had an orgasm?
An orgasm.
During intercourse, no.
So you faked it when we were together?
No, even.
I made you put that tomato up my butt.
Oh, baby.
Come on, I thought it was private time was over now.
Now, were you with this guy more than once, the one you did orgasm with?
No, it was just a one-night stand.
Okay.
One night stand and an orgasm.
And an orgasm.
Huh.
I would have been with him a second time.
Yeah. So Adrian, first off, at 17, don't put the pressure on yourself. When a woman puts the pressure on herself to have the orgasm, it's even more difficult. They become more elusive.
Oh, it's horrible. And then the time passes, and
it is
you
important.
get on to like the 45 minutes and still no orgasm.
Right.
And
Don't push.
And speaking of not putting pressure on yourself, you should realize that a lot of this can be anatomic, meaning the one guy that you orgasmed with, he might have,
Magic
believe it or
penis?
not, he might have had an angle to his penis. It may have gone a different way. That happens, and it might have touched the area that stimulates you more. Are you able to orgasm when you masturbate?
I use a vibrator, and I get off.
Okay.
You do.
So you're physically capable of it.
Oh, yeah.
And, what you need to do is
Do you bring it camping? Because that would make a little noise when you're making your s'mores.
Does the guy you have give you oral sex?
Yeah.
He does.
And you don't orgasm that way?
No.
He doesn't do it long enough then?
That's very tough. It's got to be a long amount of time, and he's got to be super gentle, and then a lot of guys do it too hard, and then you don't want to say anything to him, and next thing you know, you're going to the doctor with the yeast infection.
Are you in love with this guy, Adrian?
Yeah, I feel really bad because I love him a lot. And
okay. All right. Here's the whole thing, baby doll. And all you women, let yourself go a little bit. Stop dancing for the man. I really mean it. It's like, I love him. I want to give him this. It's so important that I give him this. You become so focused on it. It really, and here's the thing. I don't know why God punishes us, but it hurts everything you try to do. If you're golfing and you're really trying really hard and you're focusing and people are looking at you and you're trying to really tee off and drive the ball, you always shank it. You do it in every sport. The more you tense up, the more you try, the harder you try, the more you F up. It's the same with this. Just relax. If you have an orgasm, you have an orgasm. If you don't, you had a pleasurable experience anyway. You two are in love. Don't worry about him.
Oh, you know
I guarantee
would
he's
just
having the time of his
love
life.
you to have that conversation with a 17-year-old guy.
Yeah.
You know, if you have the orgasm, fine. If you don't, you had a great time. Just enjoy it. You're young and in love.
I have, Kath.
Are you?
Yeah, you have had that conversation.
Well, mostly 14 and 15, but a couple 17s made it in under the wire, although they weren't developed.
Let's see, what is the
I
age
like how
of
women are
consent?
supposed to be just completely satisfied without the orgasm. You know, it's a pleasant time for everybody.
Please, I was sticking up for your broads for a change. Don't attack me.
Now, listen, do you want to have an orgasm for yourself or you're trying to please him?
No.
I'm sorry, Adam.
Yeah,
Let's help her.
Ow.
Do you want to have an
Why
orgasm?
start now?
Why start now?
Adrian?
Yeah.
Who's the orgasm for, baby? You or him? Or possibly Bruce?
Yeah, or possibly Adam.
Huh?
I'd say both because...
You'd say both.
Me and Bruce? All right, it's for both. Yeah.
Now, is your boyfriend, does he really, give it the good college try, or is he, done after 30 seconds?
The most he's lasted is, 30 minutes.
Okay.
All right,
that ain't bad for an 18-year-old kid. How old is he?
Oh, he's 59.
He's 59.
All right, he's 17. Listen, Adrian, look, you're 17, you're growing, you're changing, your vagina's like a green piece of fruit right now. Let it ripen on the vine a little bit. Don't push so hard. Relax and enjoy yourself.
But also maybe give the guy a little gentle guidance.
Right.
Sure.
Maybe he can learn a little more as well.
If she can orgasm with a vibrator, have him touch you while you're having orgasm. Find the spot that really turns you on, and you can do.
Then everybody makes s'mores.
Never works. Becomes too intense for women. I've tried this one.
Okay.
What do you think, Adrian?
They do that. No, I got rid of her.
You got rid of her? Okay.
What?
She's fine. She's 17. She'll land on her feet.
Probably pulled the vibrator out.
We'll take ourselves a little break. Kathy Griffin here. Dear friend, Bruce Hensel, Dr. Bruce Hensel. Dear friend.
Oh,
not dear friend, but just dear friend. But that's we're on the road to dear friend.
Just the beginning.
Filling in for Dr. Drew, doing a better job than Drew himself. We'll take a
Drew,
quick
I'm
break.
sorry.
We'll be right back.
LoveLine will be right back, so get your problems ready.
Drew, how much money do you got?
Everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. Dr. Drew is not in the hizzy tonight. We have Dr. Bruce Hensel.
But you're having a hissy about it. You're cranky. You're complaining. You actually want him to give you some of his money?
I'm in pain. My gut's coming out of my bowel. It's pushing through my gut. I'm having a nervous breakdown. The Kathy Griffin, by the way, dear friend, is here tonight. Going to be at the Irvine Improv Friday and Saturday, 2 shows. And Dr. Bruce Hensel has a fantabulous documentary. Go ahead, Bruce. Give it a little plug, buddy.
Called The Opposite Sex. We follow one man and one woman from the time they decide until the time they get their sex change operations. They're actually 2 separate movies. One of them is called Renee's Story, about
Now you have
young
the
girl.
man becoming a woman and the woman becoming a man.
Right.
So you have them both.
Separate movies. And they show on Showtime. You can just go into www.showsho.com, find out when they're on. And we're hoping, Renee's story actually won the Grand Jury Award at the Outfest.
Oh.
So we're pretty excited about it.
Cool.
It's a
Which I've
masterpiece.
hosted, of course.
And my partner
Outfest.
in the movie, Stu Krasno, who's the executive producer of Average Joe.
That's right, which I hosted
Which you
season
hosted
1.
season
That's
1.
right.
And a wonderful guy.
Mhm.
A wonderful guy. Everybody loves
Yeah.
Stu.
Outfest.
Outfest, meaning the Gay and Lesbian Film Festival.
Got to check
They have
that
been
out. All film festivals are gay and lesbian
A
film
good
festivals,
percentage
aren't
of them,
they?
yeah.
Isn't
A
that
good
the essence
percentage.
of a film festival? Is there a straight
it's
guy
splitting
within 30
hairs to
miles?
even call it Outfest.
Yeah, Outfest. That sounds like a delight. All right. Let's hop back to the phones and see if we can help some of the kiddies and speak to Katie. Katie,
Yeah.
you're 16. You're on birth control pill,
Yeah.
and you also use ecstasy.
Yeah, I've used it like 3 times.
All right. Here's the whole thing. Probably, Dr. Drew has gone off about ecstasy enough to scare me, which is to say that it causes problems. I mean, it's not just a man saying, "Hey, stay away from the weed, man. You'll go." No, the ecstasy does cause brain damage eventually, and it's probably not something you should be monkeying with. So how about you just give that up and do something else?
All right.
Can you do that?
Come on, you only had it 3 times. You're not like addicted to it.
Yeah. It's easy enough to stop doing it from this point on. Yes.
Yeah, but will it affect?
I don't think it does anything with the birth control pill, Drew. I've never heard Drew say anything.
Was
about
that your question? Whether the two interact?
Yeah.
Well, they don't interact. But remember, MDMA or ecstasy is a form of amphetamine. I mean, it actually speeds you up. So it can affect your blood pressure. It can affect your brain cells. And the fact is that the original ecstasy, although it was developed to help therapy, is one thing, and the ecstasy that you get now on the street can be anything from talcum powder to pure amphetamine. You don't know what you're getting.
You get the concession stand at Outfest. I'll tell you that right now. Get that and the Amyl poppers.
I mean, the interaction between
and
that
the
and the
imitation
birth
butter.
control
Look
pill.
out for that.
Now, why are you on the pill?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm having sex.
What's wrong with condoms? You're 16.
She wants to be on the pill.
No, she should be using condoms.
Well, she don't
The
want to
teenage
use
girl-
condoms.
No, too bad. The teenage girls have to use
She's going to
condoms.
forget to use a condom and get pregnant.
All right, now, Kathy, you don't like the pill, personally.
No.
You have an
I
opinion
say do
about
the
it?
pill and condoms, but I'm very nervous about what teenage boys are going to give her.
The expectation. Well, that's a good point. You should still be, even if you're on the pill, remember, the pill does not protect against AIDS or
Right.
sexually transmitted diseases. So you can't just make an assumption that you're protected because you're on the pill.
And you can't make an assumption that he's only sleeping with you.
All right, Katie, do you have a boyfriend?
No.
No,
Oh, okay.
Katie, you can't have multiple partners and not use condoms. This isn't 1972.
Okay, so here's the thing.
It wasn't safe in 72 either.
That's right. We all learned.
Add condoms to your diet and remove the ecstasy. That's it. Add plus condoms,
Plus
minus
condoms,
ecstasy.
less ecstasy.
There you go. All you people do that.
Yes. Less ecstasy, more condoms.
Taking the condoms, push out the X.
Yeah.
All right, let's...
Didn't you see the Oprah when she goes to the Congo?
You're an Oprah fan, aren't you?
I do. That's where I get my news.
Johnny,
We got to talk about that.
you're 18?
Yeah,
Yeah, you just got out of a juvenile facility?
yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to find a girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't really know where to look because I mean, I don't want it to be like for just a week or two because I'm still a virgin, and I mean,
All right. Yes, he's going to stab you now, Anderson.
no, but I mean, I was told that like if I get with someone for a while, they'll think that's really special. And
All right, Johnny, here's the whole thing. We're plumb out of time. You can't really go shopping for a girlfriend. It's one of these things where you just have to make yourself into the most presentable target you can be and let it happen. So don't go looking for a girlfriend. Look for a good job. Do some push-ups. Try not to end up back in juvie, and magically you'll find a girlfriend. We'll be right back.
Okay, so I know there's nothing wrong with me. So what's up?
So I was like you, and I used to think that these Datelines were totally cheesy.
Why can't I meet anybody?
But I tried everything else and thought, what the hell? So I called the Dateline and actually met a cool guy.
I called the Dateline and I hooked up with some cool people.
Believe it or not, other normal people are out there looking too.
877-889-DATE.
1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back.
This hour brought to you in part by Axe.
Yeah, everybody. All right. Well, that's the show. I believe Dr. Drew is back tomorrow night. I want to thank dear friend, Dr. Bruce Hensel, for coming in and doing
I'm a dear friend.
wonderful job. No, you're dear
okay.
friend, Kathy Griffin, for doing a wonderful job and helped me out tonight. Kathy Irvine Improv, Friday, Saturday, 2 fabulous shows. Dr. Bruce, you can find his documentary if you just go to Showtime.
Showtime.com, show.com.
And look for the listings, The Opposite Sex.
The Opposite Sex. Or see me on the news tomorrow.
That's right, NBC. Thanks a lot, Doc. Thanks for the diagnoses. Now I know I'm going to die. So, until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Bruce Hensel saying mahalo.
And the art teacher said, if you keep talking, I'll put you in the kiln. And the kid was a Jew.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for LoveLine is Ann Ingold. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.